Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Aquarius. All Aquarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Aquarius in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Aquarius, please. What does Aquarius need to know? All right, so we're going to get into your cards in just a minute. We'll do the underlying energy. We'll do the overall. We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck, etc., etc. But before we do, I want to mention something. Spotted salamanders. Have you ever seen a spotted salamander? I have. So it's starting to get warmer here in the Northern Hemisphere. I live in Maine, and last night I discovered that there are like a dozen spotted salamanders living in a pond on my property. And I am so excited because spotted salamanders are actually an endangered species. And so now my little piece of land here is a spotted salamander sanctuary, and it is so important. It's so sacred. It's so special, and I can't believe it. I'm just like thrilled that all of these salamanders have chosen to live and breed and populate on my land, and it's just amazing. And so I feel guided to mention this to you because you may be participating in protecting or giving sanctuary to an endangered species or some kind of rare knowledge, or there's something that you are doing that is having a beneficial effect on others. Okay, because I don't mow my lawn, I don't cut the grass, and I don't even own a lawnmower. I keep my land very natural, and I haven't actually done the paperwork yet, but I'm going to dedicate my land to a nature preserve. Like you can actually do that. You can buy land and you can like have it classified. I don't remember what it's actually called, but it's like you can turn it into a actual like nature preserve, like for real. So I'm going to do that. And I haven't done the paperwork yet, but they'll give you like a little plaque and everything. And yeah, so I now have all these salamanders and they are living on my property. So think about the salamander as a symbol. All right. Figuratively speaking, what does a salamander symbolize? Usually it's connected with the King of Wands. The King of Wands and the mythical lore of the salamander is like they can survive fire. And I don't know, look that up because I'm not an expert at it. And I think I should look it up too. We get the Lovers, the Six of Cups. So I'm going to learn more about that myself, and maybe in the next reading or in readings in the future, or maybe I'll post about it or maybe I won't, but I should learn more about it too. Because I feel like the spotted salamander is like now one of my spirit animals. Oh my God, it's the King of Wands. Look at it. Here he is. And there's a little salamander. Do you see this? See what I'm talking about? This spirituality stuff is real. Tarot is real. I'm telling you. But you probably already know that. So this is the underlying energy, is the Lovers, the Six of Cups, and then we've got the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay. Let's get the overall energy, and then we'll see what's at the bottom of the deck, and we'll get into actually reading the cards. But see, this is why I talk about what I see and what I'm guided to say in my meditations. This is what I'm getting into now, and I'm just going to keep doing it. It's like a stream of consciousness, channeling, downloads kind of thing, and I just feel like it's always relevant, even if I don't really know how. And I know not everybody likes it, but that's just what I'm going to do. So if you like it, give me a like. If you don't like it, tell me in the comments section, because actually I really appreciate your comments because they always help me in my algorithms, even if you're saying you don't like me, which is, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Actually, I'm going to give you a little heart because I love you anyway. You know, I love your feedback and you're helping me, even if you're leaving a negative comment. But this is why I do it. Okay, we're just going to get one more. So we're already seeing a story here about a lover. You have a lover here. There's the Three of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and on the split we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. So it looks like, to me, honestly, it looks like something has obviously come to an end. It's changing for the better, but you're kind of still holding on to it. And it's time for you to let it go, okay? So you have this connection here with this fire sign. I'm getting Sagittarius, because Sagittarius and Aquarius have been coming out together in literally every reading of Aquarius. Sagittarius shows up. But here's the thing. Sagittarius is constantly showing up in my Aquarius readings, but when does Aquarius ever show up in the Sagittarius readings? Almost never. I never get that same effect. So honestly, like, you may be in love with this Sagittarius, but it looks like they are walking away from you. Very, like, it's hard to say because it's giving contradictory energy. It really is. Honestly, I think somebody's not interested. Okay, whether it's you or them, there is somebody holding on, holding back. There's the Four of Cups, disinterested, but like not moving. Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles, something is not moving forward even though it's already over. Maybe you still think about this person a lot. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Yeah, here we go. It's time for you to be independent and move forward, but you're scared because you think you're not going to be happy. But there are these positive changes you don't see coming when you get serious. But see, yeah, it's like it's like these emotions are clouding your sense of clarity, and you're still learning from this. You're still there for somebody. It's very confusing. You are moving forward towards happiness. You are getting good news. There is a new Ace of Pentacles here, a new opportunity for happiness coming your way. You've got some things to work through, but you will be getting recognition, and there is a love relationship coming to you. Here, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Two of Cups. You know, I don't know what's going on with you, but you are reaching a new milestone. You do have new things going on. I feel like there's this past person, this lover from the past, this King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups. It's like, it's a very confrontational, spiritually uncomfortable, emotionally unfulfilling, just, there's nothing for you there. And I feel like for some of you, you need to hear this. And unfortunately, I have to say it. For whatever reason, it's like the cup is empty in this relationship. This person is very intelligent, very intense, charismatic person. You feel a sort of deep attachment or connection with them. You had this past lover. You fantasize about them still. You're thinking about them. They are still in your energy. I feel like they've given you some mixed messages, okay? They are simultaneously like, is this the case? Like, it's manipulative. I don't like it. And we need you to sort of, the vibe here is to put your feelings aside for a second. As much as you might love this person or feel attached or whatever, it's important for you to see this clearly, logically, and without emotion right now. Which, Aquarius, you're an air sign. You know, there's a lot of Gemini here. There's Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio. But it just feels like maybe you thought this was going to be something. But you have this message coming in, the High Priestess here. You have a supernatural, paranormal, or like psychic experience that you've had. Perhaps you experienced some kind of telepathy with this person. There's a need for emotional independence at this time. Tap into that Aquarius independent streak. Tap into that aloof distance. You know, this is what we need from you, Aquarius. I'm sorry to say, but it's like they're still talking to you. It's like they still think about you, and they still, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but like there's a lot of drama here. There's a lot of like melodramatic, something got ruined. I don't know. Like maybe you did at one point have a really good connection with this person. You had some kind of really important experience. You wanted to work together, and you just don't. you don't want to give up on something. Like you're intensely loyal. Maybe you are just like, you mean what you say, and you just can't imagine that somebody like this would be so flaky with you. But maybe something freaked them out or scared them off, or maybe they just have other things to do and you have other things that you're supposed to be doing here. It's important for you to listen to this message that's coming. We've got the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. Quiet contemplation of a spiritual significant, like you're getting a sign, okay? The Four of Cups, there's an omen, and it's important for you to be flexible and to open up to this sign, signal, omen that's coming into your life. It's going to be intensely personal for you, a string of numbers, but it's not going to be just a normal angel number, okay? It's going to be very significant to you. What's on the clock right now? 11:02 on the clock, okay? 112. It's 4. We get the 4s here. We're talking about 44. 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, 2, 3, 2. We got a lot going on. And I just missed it. It would have been 11:01 on the clock. Which would have been 111, which would have been the Empress. But that's not what it was. It was 112. It's like, it's just not in alignment right now. It's like, I don't know. So 1 is 11. 2. Okay. I'm just going to let that be. We're not going to get too caught up in it. I've got 6, 6 here. 2, 2, 4, 4. 2, 4, 6. Right. But anyway, it would, oh, I've got 8 and 8 as well. 8, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's a sequence there, and everything is happening in sequence. Like I said, I don't want to get too caught up in that because we could be here all day. But Spirit, what is the message for Sagittarius here? I almost called you Scorpio. Things are changing for the better, okay? It's for the best that this has ended. If you are dealing with a painful, difficult ending that you don't want to let it go, you've got to let it go. You must. You must. You must. You have to. You have no choice. You're going to be here for a while, so you might as well quietly contemplate what this means for you. And honestly, I feel like the moment that you do this is the moment you start to move forward with the Chariot. I've got Cancer here. So it's like the Cancer and the Moon, water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You've been stuck in this for a while and you're getting a sign, and I feel like you don't necessarily want to see it, or some of you don't. But you're being urged, and it's like pleading with you. It's like he's coming towards you and walking away from you at the same time. How is that a thing? Like he's talking to you, but he's got one foot in, one foot out. Does this describe somebody's behavior towards you? This Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, but especially Sagittarius? This is somebody who is capable of great loyalty and commitment. But in this episode here, he's all over the place. He's traveling. He's looking for something. He's trying to find his own way. He's trying to find himself. He's on the move. He's not going to sit still. He may have broken the plans. Like you had plans together. You had a really good connection. There's a romantic connection here. You really enjoy giving each other pleasure, receiving pleasure just for the sake of it. There's an innocence and a sincerity. It really is a good connection in many ways, but there's something about it that's just not working. And you already know this. And this is clarification or confirmation of something that you already know. And you're being guided not to hold on to it. Don't hold on to it. If he wants to walk away, let him go. You know, I just heard, don't let the door hit you on the way out. If he wants to come back and you feel like letting him back in, I guess that's up to you. This is somebody who wants to come and go as he pleases. Yeah, it's up to you what you want. Okay, we've got Page of Wands, Knight of... This is somebody who's very independent, and I think you should be too. And maybe he thought that you were independent, and so he liked that about you, or whatever. Like, when you love yourself, you are more attractive. When you respect yourself and you don't like, never beg a person to hang out with you or to stay with you or whatever. And I know it may come from a place of feeling emotional and like, that's valid, but it's not going to work. I'm not saying you did that. I don't know. You already know. It's a tough message because I want you to be happy, but I think right now your happiness needs to come from within. Okay, you need to be very clear and contemplate the truth here. Contemplate what you really need. What are you really missing in a relationship or in your life? Because I feel like you have a lot of good things going for you, but there needs to be maybe like count your blessings, some gratitude for what you have rather than thinking too much about what you don't at this time. There's a need for like real clarity, putting aside your emotions and quiet contemplation of the truth and getting very, very clear about the truth about this relationship and this situation. And this is where you need to go right now. And this is what's going to point you in the right direction towards what's going to really make you feel better and make you feel happy. It's the end of a stuck or stagnant situation that is no longer serving you. There is nothing here for you in this. And I feel like hanging on to something that's already over is it's like you're hurting yourself. I don't want that for you. I really don't. It's already over. Like I don't want you to hurt yourself or to just like keep inflicting this on yourself. And maybe there's a need to recognize how sometimes we, in our ego, maybe we start to identify with the conflict. And so because we identify with the conflict, we keep it going. We indulge in it. We participate in it. We actively keep it going, right? We feed into the conflict because our ego gets into it. And so it's like, maybe after all is said and done, it's time for you to take a step back, to spend some time alone, to really think and get clear. And this is actually going to help you feel a lot better in the long run. Clearing up a misunderstanding. Getting clear about your own intuition. What is it trying to say? Getting more information about this. Getting better information about this. Seeing the truth. I feel like there's been some, maybe you have this emotional attachment. You have like a romantic bond that, like a love bond or a physical bonding. You pair bonded with this person and then they left. And it's like, what the hell? Where'd you go? I thought we had plans. I thought you loved me. You told me you loved me. And maybe they do love you and you love them, but they're not here right now for whatever reason. They are at a distance. And there's a conflict with them. They're like really sharp. Okay, so he's very well educated or he's very intelligent and he's kind of bossy and kind of arrogant, but he's like really like sure of himself, confident. This is a very sexy personality over here, but he also has something else going on. He's got his problems, and I feel like whatever this is, it's just not for you. It's not for you to be too closely involved in it. It's like, I don't know. It's giving like he enjoys sharing pleasure with you, intimacy, and like sex with you, and all of that is really good. You have a connection. He feels it too, but at the same time, it's not really going anywhere, or it's like stagnant. It's stuck. You're in a holding pattern. Something is not changing. This is weird. It's like coming towards you and then going away. It's like back and forth. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If this is causing you pain and suffering, then this is not for you. If you're okay with the in and out and the back and forth, fine. But then why is the Ten of Swords here? Why do I feel like there is an issue? Why do I feel like you're stuck on something that is not healthy right now? Do you feel that way? It's time to get clear about how you really feel and to honor that, to respect your feelings and to bring things into balance and to maybe be a little flexible with yourself, a little compassionate with yourself, to make some gradual changes in the right direction, to listen to your own heart, body, and soul when it's trying to tell you that, yes, we love this person, but look at the Seven of Swords? No, that's the Strength card. Mastering the emotions here. Okay, there is heartbreak, suffering, and sorrow with the Three of Swords. I almost said Seven of Swords, but I didn't see the Seven of Swords. We have 888, we have 333. We have 3-3, we have 4-4, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 6-6. Anyway. So I feel like you already know this. This is causing you pain and suffering. There's a conflict between the heart and the mind. The heart wants what it wants. The mind is saying no. The mind is saying, here's 3 different reasons why it's not going to happen. And there's a need to bring these into balance. To find a compromise, to be fair to yourself first and foremost. So there's a need for balance here between the heart and the mind. To master the emotions and find peace within yourself. To heal and to recover from whatever this was if it didn't work out. Let me know if this is for you or don't. I mean, whatever you want to do, okay? I'm just saying, I just feel like this is somebody who has really deep feelings and really strong emotions. Even though you're an Aquarius, and Aquarius is known for being aloof and intellectual and distant and quiet and, an outsider, all of that, that doesn't mean you don't have feelings. And it doesn't mean you don't become attached to people and you don't want love. Of course you want love, you want romance, you want attachment, you want a relationship. You want your lover. We all do. But that said, I think there is some value here for you in taking a step back, being independent, moving in silence, and listening to some kind of sign from the universe or some kind of intuition, some kind of download. There's this interesting omen that I'm picking up on. There's an omen, like an animal or something important to you that you will personally recognize that might not even make sense to anybody else. But you'll know it when you see it. You'll know it when you see it, and you will have it'll be supernatural. It'll be almost like a paranormal experience that's coming for you. But it'll be a flash of insight, okay? That is going to be like a flash of lightning. It's going to illuminate the truth. Intuitively, you will know this. You might not even be able to explain it or articulate it, but you will have a deep sense of knowing, a flash of insight that'll illuminate the situation for you, and it will show you exactly what you're dealing with. This person's going to show you who they are. And I don't know if you're going to want to stick around. I think you're going to realize that you're going to maybe walk away for now. You're going to let this go. You're going to surrender to the flow, and you're going to go with the flow of life. If this is what's going to happen, this is what's meant to be, whatever will be, will be. And you're just going to quietly liberate yourself from this attachment and just be flexible and let it go. And if they come back and you still want them, okay, we'll see. But if not, okay, we'll see. The next steps will be revealed to you. But at this time, there's nothing you can do. If they're not calling you back, if they're not texting you back, if they've ghosted, if they've walked away, let them go. Let it go. Give it a week. Give it 8 days. Let it go. Okay? If they still haven't gotten back to you by now, silence is a choice. Not answering is an answer. Okay? You know what I mean? They have a choice. If they really wanted to talk to you, and I'm sorry, is this harsh? Am I being really unsympathetic? I don't mean to sound like I'm being harsh or unsympathetic. It's just how I sound. But I'm just trying to show you what I'm seeing in the cards here. I'm trying to give you the best. It's almost like tough love, but like maybe it's for the best, you know? If somebody just tells you like it is, and I'm sorry, but like you know it already. You know this is true. And maybe sometimes we just need to hear it, like an external source confirming and clarifying what we already know. When they don't call you back, it's a choice. He's making a decision, and it shows that he's not interested, or he or she doesn't really care. And if they don't care, then why should you? Which is sad, because maybe you're a really good person and you could have a really good connection, but maybe it's complicated, or there's a lot going on, or there's reasons. But still, I feel like if somebody really wants to talk and they really are interested, they will pursue you. You won't have to question it. I almost feel like for some of you, they come back and you don't even want them anymore because you've realized something. And maybe you've realized who you are, or you've realized that like this isn't working, and you're not going to just be here for them whenever they want with no expectation that they're going to be there for you whenever you want. Like maybe there needs to be more reciprocity. You know, how dare they ignore you for 3 months and then think that they can just come back and show up out of nowhere and it's going to be like nothing happened? And if you really don't care, fine. Maybe it is like nothing happened because you don't care. But what if it hurt you? Are you going to pretend it didn't hurt you? Are you not going to speak up for yourself? Are you not going to are there going to be no consequences? Is there no cause and effect? There's got to be cause and effect here. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. If they ghosted you for 3 months, what were they doing? Were they I don't know. That's where I'm going to leave it today. It's like, you couldn't even just, it takes 2 seconds to text somebody, you know, I don't know. Maybe there's an explaining to do. Somebody's got some explaining to do. There's an explanation. There's an apology. There's something. But it just feels like it's over and you got to let it go. And it's healthier for you to just make some gradual changes in the right direction towards things that will actually work for you, rather than staying in a place that isn't healthy. And I want to see you grow, and I'm here to help with that if I can. So that's the message. It's kind of a tough one, but I think you're ready to hear it if you clicked on this video. It's time for you to take action in the direction towards what's really going to be good for you. What are you really lacking in your life? I feel like you have a lot of good things going for you. Take stock of the good things, count your blessings, be grateful for what you do have, and then figure out what's missing, and then name it. Name that. What's really missing? Is it love? Is it affection? Are you going to get that from this person, this King of Wands? Now, this salamander energy, I love a salamander. We were talking about the endangered species. We were talking about preserving nature and having a sanctuary for the salamander. So are you a sanctuary for the King of Wands? Is he coming towards you quickly, walking away? Is he walking away from a situation that's over and he's coming towards you, and you are fantasizing about him walking away from another marriage or another relationship, or coming towards you? Is that what's going to happen? Are you setting up a King of Wands sanctuary in your house? Are you dedicating your land to the King of Wands, so to speak? I don't know. I feel like I have to leave it there. I can't. This is a general reading for you, Aquarius. If you'd like personal details, you can email me for a personal reading. I can't. I could go on and on, but we're at 29:14, and I've got to do something. I've got to stop somewhere, and I could try to get into the other side of what this could possibly mean, but I just have to go with what I'm seeing first and foremost. Otherwise, we would be here all day. But 29:14, it's 2 + 9 is 11. 1 + 4 is 5. We got 16. That's the Tower. And then we have 7, which is justice, right? Isn't it? Or is that 8? No, that's 11. What's 7? The Chariot. Tower, Chariot. It's like, it's over, move on. Yeah, okay, so I have here the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. I love it so much. I have not learned it yet, like I haven't memorized it yet. So we'll learn it together. I'm going to pull one card. If that's interesting for you, we will pull one card, the Self. So this can confirm, clarify, and close out the reading. Closing message for Aquarius from the Archetypes deck, the Self. Okay. I feel like that is going to tie into what we were saying, but let's read from the book. Number, what is this? 29. 29. We saw 29:14. Now we've got number 29 again. 29 could be significant for you, but let's read from the book. We've got the Self, the soul, the witness, the watcher. The Self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and place and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The Self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back into witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl and spin and smolder in chaos. Yet the Self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. So yeah, taking a step back to observe. We were talking about that earlier. Take a step back to observe yourself and the way that you navigate the world, the way that you navigate this relationship. What do you see? What does it look like to you? This will help you to know a lot. Like, is this your reading? It will confirm, clarify for you. It will close it out for you. Okay? Step back and observe. So when it's light, this archetype talks about witnessing and accepting new aspects of yourself. Acceptance is here. Witnessing and accepting. When it's dark, it's disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. If you'd like to go deeper, you can watch Robert Bly or read Kabir's poem, This Clay Jug. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yoga tradition concern themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, I am that, and Sat Nam, true identity. If this card is perplexing for you, you're on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. Yeah, I feel like there's resistance here with the Hanged Man, the Four of Pentacles specifically. Resisting this expansion of the self. Resisting letting go and walking away. Resisting this expression or this expansion with the Eight of Wands. This High Priestess, this intuition. You've got to listen to it. There's an expansion coming in. It's taking time. It's slow. See, the change for the better is the Two of Pentacles. This is Jupiter in Capricorn. And then you got Mars in Capricorn here as well as the Sun in Capricorn. Slowly making changes in order to establish this new job, this new routine, this new lifestyle. Working towards something gradually, seeing progress with dedication and effort and labor. Letting go, removing yourself, observing yourself. What do you see? Expanding beyond the little self. Okay. Wow, this is intense. This is intense because maybe, you know, I've had this experience before, and maybe we all do at some point. I think most people do. You get involved in a relationship, you have romantic feelings, you have a strong bond, you feel like this is a soulmate connection, but it's not working out. Maybe you're not meant to be together in this life. Something gets in the way. There are obstacles. You become attached. It's hard to let go. You still think about them. You fantasize about them. Maybe sometimes they come back around, only to leave again, and it's confusing. I think maybe this is the right move, is to take a step back, to observe the situation, and really see it for what it is and get very clear in your mind. Like putting your feelings aside for a second and really just taking a look at what's left, what you've really got in front of you. Who are you? Who is this person? What is the little self, the little ego? Can you grow out of it? Are you growing out of it? Are you growing past it? Are you expanding beyond it? Is this now like too small for you? Have you outgrown this? Have they outgrown this? Perhaps you came together for a reason and now you are separating for a reason. You've learned something about each other. You've learned something about yourself. It was important for you. You had a soul tie. You had a soul contract to come into each other's lives at this time. And then part of the contract meant separating at this time as well. Okay. I'm thinking about the Tower. I'm thinking like everything that happens is for a reason or for the best. And that's so hard to hear sometimes. And it sometimes feels like it's not even true. And far be it for me to say that your pain and suffering is for the best. Like, I think that's actually kind of cruel. And I'm not sure I agree with it. But that said, maybe there's something philosophical about it. Having that mindset and looking through it that way, looking through the lens, looking at life through that lens can sometimes help to make sense of things. Even if it's like, other times it's kind of offensive, actually. Okay. Is that it? It's like maybe just looking at it that way, like ripping off the bandage. And yes, it's painful, but also it's a part of the healing process to have that scabbing over. Because after the Tower is the Star card, and that's Aquarius. That's healing. That is hope for the future. It's optimism. It's a vision of the future. I think you're getting a flash of insight here, and you're going to have this vision of the future that's going to help you move in the direction you're meant to go in and get yourself unstuck from this really unproductive, painful situation that's going on here, from what I see. Is that it? Yes, we did it. Okay, Aquarius, that's what I've got for you today. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.